Hello. How everyone doing today? I hope y'all doing well. Please watch over your family members and take and make them safe. And also, if you have people close by you, it's not that bad. Please get to know some of your neighbors because it's important to know your neighbors. So if you're screaming for help, they will actually probably think about helping you. I say that because it's a lot of cases where neighbors watch or hear people screaming and do nothing. Now, we get into this case of Mia Marino. Okay, I'm sure since it was like happening in 2001 when she went missing, so a lot of people already done heard about it. So this is not about the case. This is just me talking in my opinion of it, of everything that went down. Okay, first, she was a college student, and also she the same place apartment complex she stayed at, she also lived. So she worked there and she stayed there. Now, she complained about this dude and no and for her to work there, they didn't do shit about it. So it's a good thing that the parents is suing the complex for wrongful death. So, because they deserve it, and I hope if they, I gotta check up and see where that case went to or anything, because the news don't show you everything, and it sometimes it leaves it up to us YouTubers or people just talking and speaking their mind about things. So, like I was saying, I just found this kind of strange, and also he was stalking her, and one person got it posted saying, a man to kill the girl for rejecting him. I'm like, I don't know. It just kind of seems kind of mean for you to put that as the name of the what's name. You didn't even have the decency to put her name. It makes me so mad with some of these YouTubers that does that. It really does. It pisses me off a little bit. Okay, so first I also would like to say my condolences to the family member, because I know this is the most saddest thing that ever probably happened to you, or might be among many things because the COVID-19 and all that stuff. I also seen a video of her and her, I think it was a grandmother, dancing. She was a very, very beautiful woman. Young girl. Young woman. Stayed in Miami, Orange County. So she was 19. Now, she supposed to be going to her family house, and then they called 911 because she got missing. She never arrived. She was born April 26th, 2002. So she was young. She was a 2000 baby. With these 2000 babies and more the ones are in college, it's like more and more times that it's like they are getting missing or getting killed, and it shouldn't even be like that. Well, no one should get killed, but I'm like, dang, they are trying to make something of their self, and probably what they was gonna make of their make up their self was gonna be great, and probably would have helped this world, but they end up dead. And I looked at the dude. The dude didn't look ugly, so I'm like, I don't understand why was he so festatic on her. He could have probably picked a lot of different chicks that probably actually want to date him. But it's also things said that he was wanted. He actually went on a date with somebody else that he worked on his job with, and she didn't want to go back on another date with him, and he threw a rock through her window. I gotta find that. I'll probably make a totally different video of more things about his ass. So that's one thing. So that right there should have been a flat out. The attorney general should have been right on that. And also I'm gonna show you what I mean by that, because the Attorney General was too busy doing something else. And I'm going to show you in another video what the Attorney General was actually doing instead of doing her job and trying to help find these people instead of doing other fucking things. I'm saying what she's doing wasn't that probably was important to her and probably to a lot of people. But She was missing. She was 19, and it was probably a chance to actually find her alive. Because most likely for him to tie her legs up, her arms up, and tape her mouth, she most likely was still alive. I don't think that he killed her right away. For they found her without no pants on. So you can fucking imagine what the fuck he was doing. Yeah, she got missing Friday, September the 24th, 2021 at 5 o'clock when they last seen her. So I'm like, people, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, it's too fucking crazy. Also, okay, after they find him dead, then all of a sudden, now they want to fucking they want to do searching. Was you not searching for her before? Oh, she was a grown woman, so you didn't care enough to search. Is that what it is? You was too busy trying to get all your drug bust into order that it didn't make a difference to you, that you was too fucking busy? Is that what it is? With that being said, so after time and first of all, he used the keypad to get in her apartment. So he used the keypad to get into her apartment. So when what happened to her because her job people didn't protect her. Number 2, once she came up missing, why didn't they ask who all been in her room? Why didn't they ask for the leak? It was just like hotels key cards. So why in the fuck did they not check that out? Was it too hard, too difficult or something? They were just too bored. They didn't know what to do. Well, maybe in Orange County should hire new fucking detectives, new fucking cops, because obviously they're too stupid to do their goddamn job. But unless it's dealing with drugs, they do their job when it comes for that. They do their job. The Attorney General came out for that, but she didn't do it what she needed to do it when this girl went missing.
Begin tonight with Sinai Gabriel live in Orange County, where a vigil was held in Mia's honor. Sinai?
Summer, it's almost been 1 week since Mia Marcano went missing, and although there is still no sign of her, family members promise to stop at nothing to reunite with their princess.
Faith believing in you because you are the only God of miracles, oh God.
As the search for the 19-year-old reaches day 6, Mia Marcano's family is pleading for everyone to keep their eyes and ears open.
If you know something, just say something.
Regardless of what it is, we need closure. I don't know what kind of life it would be for never knowing where she's at.
Family members, friends, and neighbors showed their support through messages, flowers, pictures, candles, and prayers.
For the Lord is good. His mercy is everlasting.
Mia's aunt Simone Westmoss was too overwhelmed with emotions, so she spoke with us off camera about the prime suspect in this case, Armando Caballero. She arrived to Arden Villa's apartment on the night Mia went missing. She told us around 4 in the morning on Saturday, Caballero approached her and asked if she was looking for the 19-year-old. She said that's when she asked him who he was and said he told her he worked for the building's maintenance.
You know, have to keep praying that Mia is hearing us and she know we are looking. You know, we'll never, never, never give up.
Mia's family shared these photos and videos of the 19-year-old, describing her as a smart, funny, and family-oriented person.
You're gonna get grounded.
The light and energy her loved ones hope to feel again.
We will continue. No matter how long it takes, we will continue.
Some residents are showing their support by hanging posters like these off their balcony. And we're also learning tonight that because the prime suspect in Mia's disappearance had worked for these apartments, some of these residents are planning to break their lease and move out. And earlier this week, Arden Villas released a statement saying that all employees are vetted using a national background check services provider, and said Caballero had no record of burglary or sexual assault. Live in Orange County, Sinaiga Bergadigues, WESH 2 News.
After Mia was reported missing, our detectives determined 27-year-old Armando Manuel Caballero was a person of interest in her disappearance. Earlier today, Armando Caballero was found dead at an apartment complex in Seminole County. It appears he has killed himself. Caballero's vehicle was found at the scene and is being delivered to the sheriff's office for processing. So the death investigation of Caballero is being conducted by the Seminole County Sheriff's Office. We have been actively searching for Caballero this weekend, and I want to reiterate, Mia is still missing. Her disappearance is suspicious, and our detectives and the family members obviously suspect foul play. So we are still doing everything possible we can to find her. So here's what we know about Caballero. He was a maintenance person at the Arden Villas Apartments off of University Boulevard, where Mia was last seen on Friday. Mia lives and works at the apartment complex. Caballero had worked at the apartment complex since June. And so he had demonstrated a romantic interest in Mia. This was repeatedly rebuffed by Mia. And during the initial investigation, he told deputies he last saw Mia at 3 p.m. Friday while working. We now know that a maintenance-issued master key fob, which Caballero was known to be in possession of, was used to enter Mia's apartment Friday afternoon at about 4:30. This would have been about 30 minutes before she finished her shift at the apartment complex. So Mia was last seen at approximately 5 p.m. Friday, September 24th, at Arden Villas Apartments. And obviously her family raised this level of alarm and concern, knowing Mia. She would never not be in contact with them, would never turn off her phone, obviously never let her phone battery drain completely down. So it's extremely important for our media partners to continue to give this case as much attention as possible.
Going into his apartment, why didn't they search him? But he had a screwdriver in his front, the passenger side. Hold on. We watching him. Kaylee, tape it, huh?
How the fuck did that happen?
My stomach.
Am I on you, Joy? How the fuck did that happen? What is he doing? What is he taking out?
He's taking out. He has gloves.
He has gloves.
He has gloves
He has
in
gloves.
his hands.
He has gloves.
Gloves and what else?
The blanket.
Oh my god, that is my blanket!
Mind you, you live 20 minutes away from here and you get a call all of a sudden. Don't even know Tati. You've been sleeping since 10 o'clock and all of a sudden you're showing up here at 4 o'clock in the morning looking for me.
Tati were conversating about it, so I finally, it came up.
But
Should
Tati
I go and
is
see if I see anything?
No one knows Tati. That's my whole thing. Not
Tati
even the
is
roommate
an
knows
employee.
Tati. She's an employee, but you keep saying Tati is a friend and that you've all hung out together. No one here knows Tati. All her other friends showed up. Her closest friends that live in the complex were all here with us early on. No one knows Tati. Only you. Whoever Tati is, and Tati's on the phone, she shouldn't even be on the phone right now. As of right now, you have sent obsessive texts to Mia. We have all seen the text. You talked about giving her your life savings. You cash out her money, and you claim that you weren't in touch. So you're fascinated with Mia.
It's not only from my side, so Don't try to make this.
No one,
like I was
no one's saying
starting.
that. It takes
She's not here to defend herself right now, so
obviously
we
she's
gotta talk to
missing.
you.
So we're talking to
And
you
I
who've been going
completely
back
respect
and forth
that. I
all the
understand
time.
that is your family.
Right.
But until we figure out what's going on, just don't beat me up.
Nobody's beating you
If I'm
up.
guilty, why
But
would I
you put
come
yourself in the middle right here. You brought yourself over here.
Because we're concerned.
You're concerned. Why weren't you concerned hours ago?
I just found out.
All right, cool, no problem.
In the first few
How did
hours,
Tati find out?
we didn't think it was serious. I don't even know how Tati found out.
Somebody's missing and you don't think it's serious.
Someone
Maybe
that
they hanging out. They got this place right here. They go downtown. I don't know. Maybe her phone's off. I don't know what she did.
She would use somebody's phone to call her dad or her grandmother. Somebody.
she was supposed to show up for a flight and didn't.
So as you see the video, how they seen him in a car, had a screwdriver, and how he had that blanket that looked a lot like their daughters and nieces, and then the other video I have, it shows how that was in broad daylight when they seen him doing that. And then it's at night when they decide to come, just about, as you can see, and it looks way darker. So did it take the cops that long to get there? And then he said some things to the cop, and then they let him get in his car and drive off. So by the time they got the warrant to search his place, he was nowhere to be found, and she wasn't nowhere to be found. No evidence in his apartment, and all this other stuff. And then time after that, then they found him. But that was like after they already put up a warrant for him. Then later on, they found him in his apartment dead with a gun and a sheet over his body. Now, when I first ran across this case, you know, one of the YouTubers was making it like he was the boyfriend. And, you know, I thought it was strange then. I'm like, what the hell? You know? And now I look at it again, and I see it first in a different light, and second, that video of the other person that had the video, I'm guessing they deleted it because they had some different information and not the right information, so they deleted their video and then re-uploaded, most likely re-uploaded it with the right information that he was just a maintenance person. So, don't y'all think that's strange? And another thing is, do y'all really think he committed suicide? The other thing is, do you really think he committed suicide? And to me, it don't seem like he's the type to commit suicide. If he did all that, it don't seem like he had committed suicide. Now, most of them to commit suicide after they do something like that, they usually do a video or have a suicide note. Now, if you think about that, now she stayed in an apartment. If I'm hearing it right, she stayed in an apartment with a roommate, and a roommate don't usually turn her doorknob or knock on her door. And when the cops came, she just touched the doorknob and the door was unlocked. Okay, this is a roommate. So at all this time, her room was just sitting there, dresses like kind of in front of a door. When I think they said the window was open, and it was just a little spot of blood. Now, if you go look in this other case, it was this Instagram model. She met a guy online, and then she ended up dead. Now, this dude didn't even hide a body. He called the cops, and it was only a spot of blood. But and she was dead. So if you think about that case and then think about this case, sometimes so obviously if it wasn't a lot of blood, it was like strangled, like they were strangled or something, like choked to death or something like that, for it not to show any blood. Another reason, they could have been killed in another area and then brought back to their bed, and that's how the spot of blood got there. So with that being said, in her room, they said her jury was like spread it out, and they didn't think of do investigation then. They didn't think to bring him in to ask him questions then, because he was the number one suspect, because he was harassing her. He kept on asking her on a date, and she kept on refusing. So therefore, what? They fucking try to arrest people for less shit. And fucking search their house for less shit. So why in the fuck did they not search his apartment? He had a big motive to harm her because she kept rejecting him. He was not her type. Maybe she seen something in him that she did not like. Maybe that other woman that went on a date with him seen something in him that she didn't like. Maybe they should arrest his ass and made him go through therapy, put him in the psych ward and see was he all right in the head, and is he the type of person that, or maybe it's that I just watched too many crime movies, true movie Thursdays and stuff like that. But to me, I learned a lot about how these criminals and how cops supposed to act. Damn, if we had more cops like that, more crimes will get solved. They should make them go through a college course to be a cop. And do the other training. They should go through a college course to recognize when people are in distress. Recognize when this person, they should have a human lives detector to be running around. Because you know what? These cops did this. I don't know. Maybe they just don't love their job or something like that. Maybe they don't love it no more or something. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Why? Yeah, so I had to cut my video and go look it up. Well, her name is Ashley Moore, Florida Attorney General. Now, they did a 6 months task force of trying to get bills passed and all this for this gang, sex, drugs, and money and murder gang, which they tap their phones, they social medias, everything. I'm like, if a piece of that would have been dedicated to her, she could be still alive. That's all I'm saying. That task force of what they doing with the drug shit, I'm not saying it is bad. I'm just saying that if a fucking small piece of that would have been dedicated to her, she could be still alive. That's what I'm saying. And I will throw a clip, do another video, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, y'all have a nice one. Stay safe. Watch out for the good people and be safe. Talk to you another time.